Seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather, and we are underway from Ford Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Short this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
They came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, That would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Touchdown, Vikings! Ty Chandler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Vikings 7, Lions 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The Lions at 6-3 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Swift going to try up the middle. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Lions 3.
Ready?
In motion, the tight end. Swift. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
Swift again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have regained the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On second down, it's Cook again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Past the 20. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 2nd down. Matthews. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Matthews. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 3rd and long. Matthews.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down, Swift. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 1. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gather the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal?
Here's Chandler on second down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Chandler
With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Swift. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal.
Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves leaves them with a 4th down now. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Vikings send out their punter.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll try it now with Swift. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's Cook again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. from the gun on third down. Matthews. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, it took us until the final play charge to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it.